So, despite our best efforts, movie theaters are still dying. We tried saving theaters through the movies themselves, and that didn't work out. But maybe, if we focus on theaters themselves, we can actually make a difference. So, with the help of a couple of my friends, we're going to create new theater gimmicks to save the theater industry. Let's begin. Alright, so we're back again with Luke and Ryan. We tried saving cinema through creating movies through our production company, and it ended with a cease and desist letter from Gabe Newell. So through this legal process with Gabe Newell, it got me thinking, maybe instead of trying to save movie theaters through the movies, which can go on any platform, maybe we need to focus our energy on the theaters themselves. So I'm thinking we need to come up with a new gimmick to get people back into theaters.
I like what you're thinking. See, that's actually why I wore the hat and sunglasses today, and I know you noticed you did the same.
Yeah.
Because we got a bit of a gimmick going on, but I don't think Ryan, I don't know why you're not.
I was not made aware of the gimmick.
Well, come on, Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm slacking. I'm slacking.
You're coming unprepared.
I'm coming unprepared.
Anyway,
No good.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we can deal with it.
Well, you'll need some good ideas to make up for this, but I think we can manage.
Okay.
Now, I was thinking last night, and I couldn't believe it. I actually had an original thought for once. Would you like to hear it?
Sure. Yeah.
The thing with Sturkis that I think we were on the right track for was that audiences today have no attention span, but they also don't know how to feel at any given time. So I think we could have special screenings where we get someone out there, literally like a physical person there. You know, this creates new jobs, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
We get somebody out there. They just start screaming, you know, whatever they're supposed to be feeling in that movie. So let's say you're watching a horror movie. You start screaming. You're like, ah! You got a comedy. The guy's going, ha, 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 and he's like very exaggerated. And he's up there and he's got like his own spotlight. So you're not just watching the movie. You're also watching this guy. So you know how to feel at any given time.
So it's like a live laugh track, but like live emotion track.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a theater performance almost.
Okay.
So it's almost like those people in like sitcom audiences or comedy audiences that are like paid audience members to like laugh at the jokes.
Yeah, but we don't shy away from that because that would just be, you know, shady of us. We want to, you know, tell them up front.
Right.
You are
right.
getting, and we can even trick people, like people who are into theater. They might think, oh, this is like a theatrical performance, you know, alongside this film. We're combining film and theater, you know, in a very interesting way. But really, we're just trying to capitalize on the fact that no one knows what's going on at any given time.
I like the idea. This isn't exactly what you're going for, but I like the idea of combining movies with theater, because that's something that you can't do on streaming services.
Nope.
Unless you get people to come to your house.
That's right.
So, what if they made like special movies specifically to combine these theatrical and cinematic experiences? So, one example that comes to mind is like, have you guys been to Disney World?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys go to the Muppets attraction.
Is it the 3D
Yeah.
Muppets? Yes.
Yeah.
And I think I forget which character comes out during the movie and like shuts down the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But it'd be something sort of like that.
Well, that reminds me of the Terminator 2 attraction in Universal. It's like Terminator comes out with John Connor, and they're riding around on stage, and then but you can barely see them, so you think it's Arnold and whatever the kid's name was, but it's not. It's just two actors.
Right.
Of course, we couldn't do that
Right.
necessarily because you're probably going to be closer to the people, but you know, I think we might be on the right track. But I also do want to maintain people don't know what they're doing, and I don't know if you agree with me, Ryan. Do people know how to feel?
People don't know how to feel. People need to tell somebody how they should feel. I've been thinking about an idea unrelated to this that goes to the concession aspect of the theater. Obviously people go to the movies, they get popcorn, they get the candy. And, movie theaters, they've been trying their hands at, like hot food, like pizza, chicken strips. But nobody wants, movie theater chicken strips. There's just like kind of that lower bar. What
Right.
if local theaters partnered up with local restaurants that are already established and have a built-in reputation for being good? So that way the restaurant can partner with the theater. The restaurant can, sell out their chicken strips to the consumers. It would just have to be, it would be in the same situation where the restaurant would need a percentage of the profits that the theater makes.
Right, and I think the other problem there is, not to say that it's a bad idea, but the problem there is that they upcharge these prices a lot in movie theaters, and so if you're going to this place that, say, sells, Alibi pizza, you could either get that there for this incredibly upcharged price, or you can go to the actual
restaurant,
place
yeah.
and get it for a much lower price. I was gonna say something after that to complete this compliment sandwich, but no, it's just insult condiments.
All right.
Sorry.
Ryan, this is what happens when you don't come prepared.
Life throws a lot of punches at you, and you just gotta take them.
Life has not thrown any punches at me. My life has been perfect.
No punches?
No punches. That's
Not yet.
that is the closest I've gotten to a punch. You just saw it. We've all just witnessed that. Shane is violent. But imagine you feel that while you're watching a movie.
Oh.
This is my proposal.
Oh. You get people to come out and punch you while you're watching the movie.
Yeah, you get like a fight scene. Let's say an explosion happens in a movie. We've already done the fight comparison. You just start blasting heat into that theater, and you make it just so hot. It's like a sauna in there.
Oh.
What makes that different from a 4D ride, though? Because there's rides where they blast like cold air.
Ryan, shut the hell up.
Going back to like food, I guess. I had this idea where like the soup bowl experiment where they have like this soup bowl that just like refills itself, and people will eat more soup if it just continually refills itself. So I'm thinking, is there any way we could do that with the food items at the theater?
Would this be connected to the theater itself or the concession stand?
Well,
I'm thinking the theater itself.
yeah, you put maybe like, I don't know, the drink stand. You put your drink in there, and you can press like a couple of buttons.
That's what I was thinking. Like, what if someone wanted more butter on their popcorn? We connect a tube like to the seat. Along with
Whatever
that drink.
makes you not have to get up and use your legs is what we're looking for in a movie.
Right.
Because you've already done enough work to get there.
You drove there.
You walked in.
You
Then you got to walk out.
You have to walk out.
Sometimes you got to go to the bathroom.
You got to walk up the stairs to your seat.
Don't even get me started on that.
It's too much.
Okay, so here's what we do. We do the whole, yeah, we rig a seat that allows you not to get up. So like you maybe you even attach a couple of things to some tubes, and we'll make it as comfortable as possible. Okay, and we also implement this theater idea. So now, because the theater is going to be fun, you want to see all of it. You're not going to be able to see that at home.
Right.
Unless you bring somebody into your house, as you said. So we don't want to do that, we want the theaters to be able to make money here because that's what we're here for. We're here
Right,
for the
right.
theaters.
To take out a whole row of seats for the specific seats for the pipes to bring the butter and the drink. And then, yeah, like you said, charge more for those specific seats so that way the theater's making more money.
Those are the gimmick seats.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I was thinking
gimmick
like
seats.
if you
It's like D-Box. You know, you're stuck in that little row.
Mhm.
You're going all over.
right.
You know, you want to feel like you're in this exclusive lounge because you want people to know that you don't have to get up to go do stuff. Okay, so really we're coming up with two gimmicks here. We got the don't get up seats, and we have our theater idea.
Right.
Now, can we only come up with one idea, or do we implement both of these?
I think listen, theaters need to continue to innovate. So I
Okay.
think the more ideas we come up with, the better,
Think about
more
this.
long lasting it's going to be.
3D died, right? Of course, it came back for Avatar, but
Right.
nothing else. So 3D died. These ideas will more than likely die.
Right.
So I think we have two. We have a backup plan. We
Right.
sell them both. This will last them a year.
Right.
Perfect.
Yeah, you could have the theater person standing in the corner, and then the theater person can be interactive. They can run up and down the aisles if need be. If it's like a really exciting moment in the movie, say Creed wins the last final fight. That's a cheer-worthy moment.
Right.
And he's gonna like get the audience going like, ah! you
Yeah,
know.
and then at the same time, while the theater person's getting the people to cheer, the people in the gimmick seats, yeah, they paid the money. They can just
Yeah.
sit there if
Yeah.
they want. But
It'd be like VIP seats, like at MGR, but they're actually like worth the money.
How much would they be worth? There's a lot of technology that goes into this. I say
There's
$50 a seat.
Probably, if not more.
Yeah.
well, then no one's gonna go sit in it.
Oh,
You gotta remember, people are cheap.
but they're also lazy.
Yeah.
This is true.
People will spend money
People will spend
to
money.
not have to do stuff.
That is true.
They also like exclusivity. So what this idea kind of reminded me of is, you guys know who killed Captain Alex, right?
Tiger Mafia, Super Kicker, what's happening? Around.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I know
You
what you're
got
talking
like
about.
a live guy doing or not commentary, but like talking through the movie. Especially that would work especially well for like foreign films where there's
Yeah, people don't want to read.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll just get the video jokers instead. But instead, it's going to be like a guy actually acting stuff out. He's like given a script. So the writer has to both write the film script and this theater script.
Yeah, or they can give it to different people.
Sure, yeah.
Create more jobs.
More jobs. That's what we're here for.
Yep.
Not just making money. We're here for more jobs.
More jobs.
We're not scammers.
We're not scammers. I've always had this idea. I think I've talked about this before, with you guys, not on this show. I've always wanted to do a 4D horror film where it's just a big excuse to throw a bunch of blood on people, because that genuinely sounds like a lot of fun to me. So I'm thinking, what if you when they did Evil Dead the musical, they
Musical?
yeah, there's a musical.
Yeah.
I gotta. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, check it out. So when they did that, or when they were first doing it before it became like an off-Broadway sensation, they just squirted blood with like water guns. And so I'm thinking, if we just have these people who are hyping the crowd up, who are doing this theatrical experience, you could just have them like throw environmental objects at the viewers to make it seem more, I guess, involved, more immersive.
Do we let the audience know that that's going to happen, or are they?
There'd
going
be
in
like
blind?
there'd be like a little label.
Well,
Okay.
no, we're upcharging for this feature, right? This is a gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to pay more to get this. You got
Okay,
to
so this is a separate theater experience. Like say like
Kind of
this is-
like Screen X is a separate
okay,
experience.
gotcha.
I'm feeling these editions, I think. Me personally, I would not pay money for these. But I don't want to get something thrown at me, but
Maybe go like on a discount day at the theater. Maybe
Someone-
like when the seat's 50, it'll be like 15.
people like to spend money to show that they're rich.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it almost doesn't matter what we do as long as we charge enough for it and call it theater.
Right.
We're bringing theater to the theater.
Yeah.
That is a tagline.
We can also do it to where how they present Oscar movies. Start this out in the bigger cities, New York, LA. Those will get the word of mouth going. People buzzing. It's like, oh, hey, there's this new theater experience. And then
Right.
slowly, gradually expand to the rest of the country.
See, you've just redeemed yourself.
Yes.
Took a while.
But we got there.
But we got there.
I almost forgot that I was talking to a guy who wasn't prepared. Almost.
So, I think we should recap. So we've got the exclusive seats with the, I guess, beverage / food options. For those, would we charge extra for those seats, or do we charge for whenever they like refill something? Okay, that's a great idea.
Okay.
And then we have the theatrical element, which is on top of like you were suggesting the environmental element of like changing the temperature. So that on top of people giving a theatrical element to it, and maybe my idea of people just throwing shit at people. That seems to be, I think that pretty much covers what we talked about, right?
We don't have a name for this theater experience. Is that
Well, it's
necessary?
multiple theater experiences, so I guess we need two names. Theater squared, because it's like the movie theater, but also regular theater.
Theater squared, yeah.
And it sounds as good as like Screen X or
Yeah.
D box. Like it sounds.
Who the hell wants to sit in a D box?
Now, see, theater squared is interesting because if the person says, "Oh, your movie's in theater 12," but it's actually called theater squared, you'd be like 2, 12. But what's this jumble of numbers? So
That's why we write out squared.
Right.
And then the other one,
instant
Insta seats.
Insta seats.
there we go.
All right.
There we go. There
so
we go.
theater squared and Insta seats.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
So what I'm gonna do is pitch this idea to a professor, a film professor here, and I'm gonna see what they make of this. All right. Thank you for meeting with me, Professor Gould.
Mm-hmm. No problem.
You know as well as I do that theaters these days, they're not as popular as they once were. They've sort of been struggling to compete with other streaming platforms. So, in order to get theaters back into the public eye, to get people back into theaters, we need to continue to innovate theaters. And I think the way we do this is by embracing the things that theaters have that streaming services don't. So, how to save theaters. Our first innovation is going to be what we're calling Insta seats. So these are premium seats that you pay a bit extra for, and you sit down, and there are little tubes in it that that you can use to refill your drink. So it's kind of like they have these at bars where they can choose which syrup goes into the cup. It'd kind of be like that, but you can just have it at your seat. You can refill it. And the greatest part is, when you refill your drink, in order to maximize profits, we charge you for it, kind of like a gas pump. The more you fill it, the more we charge. And so then afterwards, as you're coming out the theater, we hand you the bill, and you have to pay that. Our next innovation, we're calling Theater Squared. So this is our ambitious, medium-changing idea. So essentially, a lot of people these days, you know, when watching movies, they don't really know how to feel, especially with like a lot of more complex movies coming out. And so what we're thinking is we're going to have almost a guide during the movie, leading you through it, explaining it, and telling you how you should feel at the given moment. So in order to demonstrate this, I'm going to have Ryan step in.
All right, so this is the clip. They're grooving and moving, so I'm telling the audience, I'll be standing in the corner, you just gotta say, oh, you gotta move to the groove. Oh, there's a car accident. Now you gotta feel excited. Maybe I'm jumping up and down, kind of something like that. All right, now see, there's action. All right, so maybe I'm ducking. Gotta feel, it's almost like a theme park ride. You're kind of just going along. All right, so yeah, now you gotta feel scared for this guy, because he's in a. All right, so yeah, bang, bang, bang. You gotta, you're dodging the bullets. Your heart's racing. You're getting excited. You're getting pumped. This is John Wick level action. So yeah, your heart should still be going. Pacing back and forth. Now, I'd probably be running up and down the rows of the theater. Maybe I'd go up and start.
Just run around here.
Just run around here. All right, yeah, I'm pacing. I'll be shaking people's shoulders. Like, don't you feel
Shake
this?
his shoulders.
Permission to shake shoulders. This is intense stuff. Yeah, so still bang, bang, bang. A lot of action. Now picture just like a laugh track, but then like all the main characters succeeded at their job. They're clapping.
What? Are you insane? Do you know what you just got yourself into?
Yeah, see, there's a lot of drama going on.
I do.
Start getting backstory. So definitely at that last part would just be like a lot of like behind the shirt, looking just, gripping for dear life. But it would be on an elaborate scale of that caliber.
All right, thank you, Ryan. Not gonna lie, that kind of sucked, but I think you get the idea that we're going for. So, I just want to know what your thoughts are. Do you think this could work for commercial theaters to implement?
I don't use the term visionary lightly,
Okay.
but this could save the industry.
You heard it here first.
This is just the Ryan insulting.